Hello everyone, Mimikins here. Today's video is going to be looking at the greatsword in Monster Hunter Rise. Greatsword has always had powerful high damage hits, but lacked in the mobility department, requiring good knowledge of the monster to enable players to get the most out of it. I would often resort to quickdraw builds for faster paced monsters for this reason. While this was a fun playstyle, it did mean that majority of the greatsword movesets were not used. Greatsword in Rise addresses the lack of mobility it had, with the addition of firebug so you can get up close to the monster quickly. There have been several tweaks to the weapon, but most greatsword users will feel right at home with some fun new additions to play with. Greatsword still has the overhead smash combo with pressing X. The rising slash with X and A. Wide sweep combo by pressing A, which has two paths you can go down. Wide sweep into tackle, then leaping wide slash, which will lunge your character forward. Or if you want to be more stationary, you can do wide sweep, then use X and A for the rising slash, and then follow it up with another wide sweep. True charge slash combo can be activated the usual way by pressing X, then down on the stick and then X again. This can be charged for more damage. The level of charge is much easier to see in Rise as the whole blade changes colour. If you want the full charge, you will need to release it when it's bright yellow. Charge too long and you will see it changes to a slightly oranger colour. In World, I'd often use the visual cue of the hunter bending its knee to know when to release, until it became second nature. I would often see a lot of new players simply holding down the button and as a result not dealing the damage they should. The charges are just more obvious here, and if you want to add skills like focus which changes the charging time, it's much easier to visually see to adjust your control inputs. You can still skip some animations using the shoulder tackle, which is still present. This little move here, for those of you who don't know, allows your character to charge through an attack without being flinched or knocked over. There is another combo for true charge slash. Charge the slash with X, back on the stick and X, and then press A for a wide slash, and follow on with the final hit of true charge slash by holding down X. You can still guard with the greatsword, and each hit you take will cause your sharpness bar to deplete, as well as consuming stamina. Take too many hits without recovering the stamina and your hunter will be sent flying. The little kick I use to knock players out of stun is still present. These features are pretty similar to World, so let's move on to the wirebug, which is where the real difference is in Rise. Suddenly, greatsword has gained a lot of mobility. While you can use the wirebug to maneuver with the weapon sheathed, greatsword also can use this ability to perform some mid-air skills. These of course can be used from ledges as well, but the wirebug just makes it so much easier. While this technically isn't a silkbind attack since it's a move that everyone can use, I think greatsword players will use this to great effect. You want your character to be in the air, so while the weapon is sheathed you can either press ZL and X to propel your character upwards in the direction it's facing, or you can press ZL and ZR to aim the wirebug with the crosshairs. Either will work. Once you are in the air, you can then do an attack with X for a slash, or ZR for a multi-hitting plunging thrust. If you miss the positioning for the attack, you can press A after launching the wirebug to hang in mid-air, and then press ZR to do your plunging thrust when the monster is in a favourable position. These aerial attacks, although fun to use, also serve another purpose. After you perform either of them, you can press A to perform a wide slash, then go into the final hit of true charge slash combo. As for the specific silkbinds, there's Hunter's Edge, a leaping attack activated by pressing ZL and X. Press X or ZR mid-air after a successful hit for follow-ups. Holding the button charges the attack. I didn't find myself using this silkbind as much, simply down to the fact it costs 2 wirebug charges, and if you miss it puts it on cooldown. It's quite similar to the regular Wirebug attack in that you can perform true charge / combo after landing, but this one costs 2 Wirebugs and the recharge rate is a lot slower. You can perform this while the weapon is drawn and charge the plunge attack, which does increase its damage. But if you miss, then that all goes out the window and you don't have any charges left for the next Silkbind attack, which is Power Sheath. You activate this by pressing ZL and A. It moves the hunter forward while sheathing your weapon and will boost your attack power for a short period of time. You can't see the buff above your health bar, but if you look closely at your character, you will see the Wirebug has charged up the hunter's arm. This completely complements the regular Wirebug attacks I was showing earlier. If you pair this move with the Wirebug attack, your charge will come back faster than Hunting Edge, even though both use 2 Wirebugs. Power Sheath will send your character in the direction it's facing, so while it's designed as an offensive move, you can quickly turn your character towards the screen to gain distance from the monster if you need to take a quick potion. This Silkbind will also be really powerful if you like crit draw builds on greatsword, as your initial hits will be buffed using this skill. While I still think there will be opportunities to use Hunting Edge, like if the monster has fallen over and you know you're going to land it, I just feel this should have cost 1 Wirebug and not 2. That 1 charge would be the difference between me wanting to use the skill over just the regular Wirebug attack. Overall, greatsword still hits like a truck. There's new ways to perform the powerful true charge slash. Greatsword has gained access to much needed mobility, so you can keep the heat on the monster, or get away if you need to take a potion. Power Sheath is a nice way to quickly sheath your weapon, cover distance while boosting your attack. Hunting Edge, although it has its uses, is a costly Wirebug move that you'll need a good opening to make sure it lands. Otherwise it's overshadowed by the regular Wirebug abilities, which have a much shorter cooldown and faster to recover if you mess up. Charges are easier to see as the whole sword lights up, and the moves you'd expect to be returning from world are present, except the clutch claw and slinger ammo abilities. Most greatsword users will feel right at home here. The charging may look a little slower, but this is the demo and we don't have access to skills such as focus. Thanks for watching, please support the channel by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.